let's jump ahead, way ahead, to the year 3000. This isn't a future where humanity is just dipping its toes in the cosmos. No, we've built a full-blown civilization among the stars. So today, we're going to break down the absolutely incredible technologies that made this galactic empire a reality. Let's get into it. This quote really says it all, doesn't it? It captures the massive scale of this journey. We're talking about a complete transformation of what it even means to be human. All of it powered by tech so advanced it might as well be magic. So how on earth do we get there? All right, so by the year 3000, we're an interstellar species. We aren't just visiting other planets anymore. Our civilization spans thousands of light years. And you know where it all began? Right here in our own solar system, which, by the way, has been completely reshaped. Just try to picture this. Mars, the red planet we know, it's now blue and green, covered in oceans, teeming with forests. And Venus, that toxic, super hot nightmare, it's been totally transformed into a beautiful, temperate world. That's the kind of power we're talking about, the ability to literally build worlds. Okay, so terraforming entire planets like that takes an unbelievable amount of energy, an almost unimaginable amount. So the big question is, where does all that juice come from? Well, that brings us to the absolute bedrock of this entire galactic empire. The answer is something called a Dyson Sphere. And this is a project of just staggering ambition. It's a massive megastructure that completely, and I mean completely, surrounds our sun. Its whole purpose is to catch every single watt of energy that the star pumps out. It is the ultimate power plant. And no, that is not an exaggeration. We're talking about capturing 100% of the sun's output, 24/7. This gives you a truly inexhaustible source of power for billions of people. The very idea of an energy shortage is ancient history. But get this, the Dyson Sphere is so much more than just a power station. Its enormous inner surface has been terraformed. We're talking rivers, forests, whole new ecosystems thriving on the inside. So it's both a power plant for the entire civilization and a living, breathing world all on its own. All right, so you've got limitless energy. The next question is pretty obvious, right? What kind of brain does it take to manage all that? To run a Dyson Sphere, terraform planets, and keep an interstellar society humming along? Well, human minds alone just aren't going to cut it anymore. And that's where superintelligence comes in. You see, the AI we think of from the 21st century was basically a tool. You gave it an order, it did the task. By the year 3000, AI has evolved into a genuine partner. It doesn't just do what it's told, it co-develops solutions with us. And it's out there exploring the cosmos right alongside us. And the hardware driving this superintelligence? Quantum computers with processing power that's, well, it's hard to even wrap your head around. These things can simulate entire galaxies. They allow us to model huge cosmic events, understand the universe in ways we never could, and even game out possibilities before they happen. So, with infinite power and near infinite intelligence, what's next? You start mastering the physical world itself. When you combine those two pillars, you get the ability to bend the very fabric of reality to your will, starting with something as fundamental as distance. Yeah, teleportation is not science fiction anymore. It's just logistics. And the process is actually pretty elegant. First, you're scanned down to the last atom. Then your physical matter is converted into a pure energy pattern. That pattern is beamed to its destination, and on the other end, you're perfectly reconstructed. Just like that, distance becomes totally meaningless. And this incredible mastery over matter gets turned inward, too. Genetic engineering means people can decide on their physical traits, their abilities, even how long they live. But maybe the biggest change comes from neural interfaces, which plug the human brain right into the global network. Can you imagine sharing thoughts as easily as talking? Or downloading a new complex skill in a matter of seconds? So humanity has conquered energy, intelligence, and even our own biology. There's really only one frontier left to cross, that huge, dark void between the stars. And to do that, you're going to need a seriously powerful engine. This is the leap that truly opened up the galaxy. Our old chemical rockets, they could barely get us around our own solar system. But antimatter engines, they are a total game changer. By harnessing the raw power of matter and antimatter annihilating each other, these engines can hit over 90% of the speed of light. That right there is the key that unlocked interstellar travel and let us colonize thousands of new worlds. So when you put all of these pieces together, the result isn't just a bigger, more powerful human society. It's something else entirely. It's a civilization that has truly transcended all of its old terrestrial limits. Now, you might be thinking, did we lose ourselves in all this tech? But the amazing thing is, we haven't. Society has moved past old ideas like work and ownership as we know them. But the core of who we are, our creativity, our connections, our curiosity, that's all been preserved. And in many ways, it's stronger than ever. And you see this transformation everywhere. You look at the core pillars of society, art, education, government, they're all deeply woven together with technology now. Think about music composed by a human and an AI partner. We're learning a new subject through a direct neural upload. We're even making huge societal decisions with consensus algorithms that make sure everyone's voice is heard. It's a society that's truly in sync with its own creations. And that journey brings us to one last really big question. When you have the power to engineer reality, to literally create worlds, to reshape your own body, and to live for centuries, what does it actually mean to be human anymore? Something to think about. Thanks for joining me on this one.